Just to start off, this is my little recce flight. Just my little recce flight, especially after all the birds on Saturday. And it wasn't that windy today. There's no warnings. It was all yellow on UAV forecast, so there was no real alarms. But it was a bit blustery. So I always like to do this. Just go 100 or so feet, maybe 100 feet from the home point. Just see how conditions are. Just check for yourself. So let's go to about 100 feet. Just let it hover for a minute, a few seconds. Just see if it's steady. If it's wobbling, then you know there's a lot of wind around. So I'll have a quick look at the hills. Everything's looking beautiful in the sunshine. It was a glorious day. Really felt like the first day of spring. It was cold, it was chilly, but beautiful. The sort of weather I've been waiting a long time for. I thought it was turning last week. I hope I haven't spoken too soon again. Yes, I'm happy that I'm going to do my waypoint flight. Because every time I review my footage, I think, oh, I did that wrong, I shouldn't have done that. Well, I should be doing this. And of course, Saturday I went out to try a few, then got attacked by seagulls, if you see the previous video. But I thought, okay, I just want to, not master them. It's going to take a long time to master them 100%, but just get efficient, because I'm hoping to travel some places over the summer. You know, where I won't be able to just pop back and do it again if I get it wrong, like I can do here. So if I use this place just to get 100% perfect, not even 100% perfect, just get enough to, like in the first waypoint flight, I was really happy with that. The way I got the gimbal to actually focus on the house, on the manor house. Well, it's not really a manor house; it's a facade now, as you can see. So now it's time to map out. And so now it's time just to start mapping out my waypoint flight. So my first two waypoints in there. And that's what you do, just keep adding them. I usually prefer to work in the satellite view, so you can actually see the terrain below you. But got my first four in now, got my first few in now. It can be fiddly if, like me, you've got big clunky fingers. It can be a bit fiddly, but just a case of practice makes perfect. So now I've got 6 in. Just have to shrink the screen every now and again. It is a fiddly business. And the beauty is you can actually just drag them around. If they're not where you want them to be, the waypoint, just touch it and just move it. So now I'm doing my gimbal settings here. Now for me, minus 25 means it's just angled down slightly. So you get the best of both worlds. You can see ahead of you and around you and also below you. It's sort of 25 degrees, minus 25, 30 degrees. So I've just added 2 more waypoints here. And now my point of interest. So I've got that in, got my point of interest in. Now, one mistake I have been making on the point of interest. If one, your 3 dots will the three dots there. Now you link all the waypoints. That means you see all the arrows point towards your point of interest. Now one thing I've been doing was the altitude was too high, so I dragged that right down, so they're actually looking down on the thing instead of just filming it ahead of them, above it, which had happened on previous waypoint flights. And apply to all settings, so it's like they're all going to film down, looking down at it, and that works a treat. I was really happy with that. That's something I've been doing wrong. And off we go. Another thing I've been doing wrong was missing out the beginning of flights. But you've got to use the remote on the RC2, use the record button, and it will film the whole thing, including takeoff. And go into waypoint 1, because sometimes it'll just start recording at waypoint 1. But I like to get the whole thing. And you can see there at the counter, reach rate 1 out of 10. There's 10 waypoints in total. And this is nearly 3,000 feet. I wish I'd done an extra 12 feet, got to the magic 3,000. But it's close enough. I think the furthest I've ever flown is 2,000 manually. That 2,000 feet. That was in Pattaya in Thailand, which you can also find here on the channel in my favourite flight section. I'm just shrinking again so I can see the whole thing. You can zoom it in now as much as you want. I like to see where the drone's going, but today I had no problem seeing it because it's so clear. I'm in quite a decent point because I'm quite high up where I am. The only thing I must have done here was knock waypoint 5 off kilter, but I'll soon put that right. Yeah, I'll soon get that right. I'll soon nudge it back into line. So you can see now we're heading down towards waypoint 4. And now we're moving along parallel to the road, to Failinge Road. So I nudge waypoint 5 in there, back up there, because I didn't really want it crossing over the road for some reason. I don't know why. Probably no lollipop lady, if you remember them. Then we get to number 5. But the beauty of these things is just the smoothness of it all. Because I'm only going 5 miles an hour. I might try a little bit quicker, but I don't want it to feel like I'm just zipping along. I've seen some people doing them at stupid speeds, like 20 odd miles an hour. Then they're getting battery warnings flashing up. I thought, I don't know why I'm getting that battery warning. Well, because you screw the arse with it, mate. That's why. But now it's slowly swinging back towards what I call home territory. Again, I'll say, if you look on the left hand side of the screen, the A with the arrow or the wiggly line, if you need to pull out, just push either one of those and exit your waypoint flight and hit return to home. Just say you got birds knocking around. That what happened to me on Saturday in the previous video. I was just surrounded by birds, and I thought, no, I'm not having this. There's too many, and they were getting a bit too close to the drone for comfort. I thought, better safe than sorry. I don't want to hurt my drone or a bird, so I pulled out. brought it back home. Went up to another park and there were birds there again. Wrong sort of birds. But now it's got this beautiful drift. And you can see it's still focusing on the house. If you look at the bottom left corner, you can see it's still focusing on the house, thanks to the settings that we put in there. Because some of them in the past, it's been more focused on the flats in the background, you know, as opposed to what I wanted to be looking at. So I've got this down to perfection. Well, this for me is exactly what I want. Because I've got a flight in mind for some time, hopefully over the next week or so. Hopefully maybe even tomorrow. Just going around St Chad's Church and Rochdale Town Hall. Just a nice little waypoint flight, focusing on the town hall and St Chad's. But this was certainly my most ambitious one to date, and it came off well. Just little and often. That's all you need to do. You don't need to try anything like circumnavigating the globe. Just little and often, you know. Just keep tweaking here, tweaking there, and you will get to your desired level. Now as I come back down over, I think it used to be a nursing college's place, because the infirmary is right next door to it. I'm not sure what. I don't think it's a primary school. I think that's behind us. And get to Waypoint 10 and then return to home. But you're right next to me anyway. So in she comes. That's the first part over. I hope people find this useful. It's more for my own benefit as well, so I can do it again and again and time again. So it becomes almost automatic to me. Look at that, bang on the mat. Good girl. Go on, down you come. Not on my head, just there. That's it, perfect. So for the next one, I thought I want a manual control of the gimbal. I could have done the same thing again, but I thought I wanted to have manual control of the gimbal. I'm just messing it. I just had it flashing and beeping, just see what happens. It works. It works okay. And next I thought, okay, let's do our next one with manual control of the gimbal, so I can just angle up and down as I was just normally flying it manually. Let me save and exit, and actually, if I want to do that flight again in the summertime when everything's in bloom, I can. And again, maybe again in the autumn, you got the wonderful colours. Shrink up again. I thought I'd keep this one a bit simpler. There's my first waypoint. In goes number 2. number 3 up because I want to get my favourite benching on this flyer, just self-indulgence. Then back over the bowling greens, and then back down. I want to put a POI in this one just for interest, just for practice. I think that square is because I pressed find my drone. I think that's the same way my drone is. I think it sends you a picture of where your drone was last seen. And I put in one more waypoint just for good luck. And I just changed my gimbal to manual, which means I control the gimbal. It's not controlling itself. And that's for the whole flight. You can do that for sections of the flight if you want to. So you can have manual gimbal for between waypoint 1 and 2. Then for 2 and 3, you can have it focusing on the POI. So off we go. Not yet, no. Here we do. Here we go, up we go. Then she'll zip off to waypoint 1. And I'm just having my first little play with the gimbal now. Make sure it works. It does. I'm pleased to say. Can I say it's all part of the learning curve? All part of the learning curve. Just a question to keep fiddling with the settings, just try different things. Because I had time this morning, I had a couple of things to do, but I thought I've got time enough. I'm up here now, I may as well just do it now. Get it done. Just roll him gently around. So that's I could do the same flight again now in the summertime. Excuse me, when all these trees are all full of greenery, you know, beautiful and green, and maybe again in the autumn when they're all nice and brown and on the turn. Quite a long stretch this one was, about 780 feet up past the duck pond. We were walking in the park one evening and the son bloke pointed at the ducks. Can you eat them? I said, no, you can't, mate. Bless him. He said, can you eat these? No, mate, you can't. There's my favourite bench. We sat there on Halloween night in October. It wasn't freezing. It's quite mild, but very pleasant. Just sat there, had a drink, had a few bottles of cider, and I think Rach had some wine. Very pleasant. Looking over towards Whitworth now. I do like looking down in people's gardens. That's a bit nosy, but so that's the thing about having manual control at gimbal. But I do want to look down at the bowling greens, which I like. Not that I play bowls, but nosing people's gardens again. There's the bowling greens. And we just gently roll back. So I'll shut up now, I'll just leave it. I'll say thank you very much for watching. If you stayed, do you prefer it with or without music? And that's a big question. I just want it to be as is today. I thought, I don't want to smatter it with subtitles and all that. Just let people enjoy the flight. Give you a bit of information at the end, a bit of technical stuff at the end. And we roll down to Waypoint 5, which is the end of the flight. Just a nice little circle, nice and easy, it really is. I don't know why I didn't try this earlier. I'd love to have these in Thailand. I could have done some cracking flights. I see about 5,000 feet flown today. Quite happy with that. Let's return to home. If you notice on the record, the recording did stop there, so I must have pressed something to stop recording, so that's why it didn't record on the drone. Not as much to see. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that might be. Could be tomorrow. Weather's good tomorrow. Hopefully Brent won't be pissing around with his motorbike. Okay. Alright, cheers guys. See you later.